Yep. Ui. Oi. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. What about this? Feedback loop. Yep. Zack. So. Let's see. Join the list. Join the list. Tak. Hello, 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 hello. What's up? Yeah, so I've seen Mohawk. I've seen your message. Yeah, as I think I checked yesterday the list, and I think you have been the first one on the list, and I think after that it was Leo, if I can remember it correctly. So if you don't mind, I would put Mohawk's track on top 1, on the first spot. And we would start with DOJ, if it's fine for everyone, because I remember that he was on the first spot yesterday, and then the system fucked up because they had to do something on the page, and yeah, unfortunately, the stream was closed, and yeah, I had to renew the link and everything. Yeah, Mohawk is fine with it. Thought so. Yeah, I don't know. Where's ANG? I think is Angelo from YouTube. Is that you, ANG? I think so, right? Austin's back. Yo, what's up, Austin? What's up, my friend? Lovely to have you back. I really like missed your stuff. Can't wait to hear the new track. Lovely. Yeah, mate. Andrew, I would skip the list for Mohawk, because he haven't been, or he was the first one on the list yesterday. It was after that, it was Leo Funk, as I can remember. Was it like this, Leo? I can't, to be honest, I can't remember properly. I know that I've checked yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that Mohawk was the first one. And after that, you, or other way around, like you the first and Mohawk the second. I'm not sure anymore, but think something like this. Yeah? Who? Like, Leo, you know that? I'm fine, my friend. Hope you as well. Like you're sitting in the US, right? I think it was US, right? Yeah, Leo wrote it on YouTube that that Mohawk was the first on the list, and then after that, I'm pretty sure that Leo was on the list. And after that, I don't know. I haven't checked it. I wanted to check it. Today in the morning, and yeah, I've seen that the list was was closed. So I don't know who came after Mohawk and Leo, honestly. So I would do it like this. I'm pretty sure we will do some contributions today. So far the list is not that full. Let's say like 9 people, and of course I would definitely, like I said, I will definitely try to keep myself short for today and to really focus on the tracks. Yeah, I know that you have been on the 7 number. I've skipped Mohawk, so that's the reason why you've fallen on the 8th place. But that's, like I said, I will definitely go very quick, or I will try to keep myself short and first to listen to all the tracks, and then after that, if we have enough time, we can still talk about stuff and things that you are interested in, if it's not too late. So I'm always enjoying these live sessions, so I'm open to, let's say, I'm always open to extend a bit the stream, but of course also not that crazy much. So let's see. I would say we have now, it's like 7:25. I would say we will start in 5 minutes. So just to give like maybe 5 minutes for the other ones on the list to join. I think like who's on the list, like Ivan. I don't know if Ivan is already there. I've seen, I know, so I've seen Mohawk in the chat. Angelo is on YouTube. Ivan, I haven't seen Ivan, but maybe he will come ASAP. Birida, I've seen you on YouTube, I think, yes. Introsphere, I think Introsphere was Felix, right? I haven't seen Felix yet. But the thing is, I also can't see the list on YouTube. So maybe he's on YouTube, on Instagram. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I see the list, sometimes not. I've seen, of course, Leo, Hot Drum. I've seen Hot Drum. I see Pedro, I think. Is that, yeah, Pedro tap sounds, yeah, obviously, Pedro. And of course, Austin. Yeah. Austin, where are you coming from? Was it US? I think US, right? Like, I'm not sure anymore, but I think something. Yeah, I don't remember anymore. I know it was US, but I'm not sure, to be honest, where exactly in the US. So, yeah, 3 minutes. I have a timer. So we will start exactly Oregon. Portland, Oregon. Okay. So I will start in 3 minutes. Are you a football fan, just for interest? Because yesterday it was a Super Bowl. I don't know. We don't want to talk about sports stuff, but it would be interesting. I don't know. I know that there are a lot of people crazy in football in the US. I'm just asking because I think when how old was, like, I think when I was 18 or something, 18, 19, I've played like football for a while. So that always great. My team my team hasn't made it to the Super Bowl finals, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. Still lovely to watch. Nice part of the States. West Coast. No, I'm not. Rugby, very nice. Also a very lovely sport. I have a friend of mine is a very big rugby fan. Her husband is from South Africa, and they are totally crazy with rugby, and she is of course also very crazy with rugby because of him. So yeah, rugby is also a very nice sport. Yeah, I've played defense and a long time, and after that, and not only defense line but also kicker, punter in my team. But yeah, was not that like it wasn't it wasn't that long, this career. So I really like played maybe 2 years or something. But there's nothing that I haven't played. Like I've played football, like soccer, not football. Like football, of course, also as well. So American football, let's say soccer for the American people. Soccer was a very, very big part of my life for a long time. And yeah, basketball, volleyball, I don't know, so many things. Yeah, defense end was a very, yeah, I loved it. So it's 9:30, 9:30, 7:30. Yeah, 9:30. So thank you very much for tuning in. At the end. Nah, just joking. So yeah, it's 7:30. So let's start. Let's not waste too much time. I would say we will start with Mohawk, because Mohawk has to pick up his brother or something at the airport. We don't want to waste too much time. I know it's going to be crazy again with Mohawk. Yeah. Hello Felix, what's up? Yeah. So let's start with DOJ. A bit of dub for a cold Monday evening. I contributed yesterday, but it was taken down. My first on the yeah. Scheiße. Yeah, no worries. That's we want to keep it fair. So yeah, 10 minutes DOJ. You all know the rules, I think. I don't know if anybody's here who doesn't know the rules. Just let me know. If you need a like, let's say a short manual instruction how we do it here, but it's very simple. So everybody's getting 10 minutes feedback and listening, and yeah, after 10 minutes we will head to the next track. I will try to be as detailed as possible, and the chat as well, like always. So let's start with the OJ. Are you ready? I just want to know if you are ready. I'm not sure if everybody's like still sleeping, or is everybody here ready? Switching over to YouTube. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Like, Instagram is total crap, but I can't change it. I want to change. I would love to switch to TikTok, to be honest. but I know that I think the most of you are not that active at TikTok. So, but there's YouTube, and YouTube will always be there for you. So, if you want to, if you want to join me with the proper sound quality, because Instagram is total crap sound wise. So if you want to join us at if you want to join me every Monday with proper sound, join on YouTube. Definitely much better than Instagram. So 10 minutes. DOJ, let's start, mate. You have to pick up your brother. Yeah. There it is. It was lagging. Yeah, I have a Twitch account, but I haven't used it. We can also use Twitch. I'm a very big fan of Twitch. I've done a lot of live streams at Twitch. It's definitely also the better platform compared to Instagram. Would be very interesting to hear your thoughts on this track. I just, before I say something, give me your feedback, because just keep in mind, I don't know if you are joining like regularly on this live, but I would love to hear your feedback to this track. A few of you will know DOJ. He's contributing every week, and it's always a big surprise. So I would love to hear your feedback before I say something about the track. So let's check the chat real quick. Mohawk, are you you're on YouTube, right? Like you switched to YouTube, I think. Correct? I can't see you on Instagram, so I can't see you in the list here on Instagram. So I think you switched to YouTube, right? I have a feeling I don't have to do. I don't have to talk anymore. I just need to retire like the chat, because people are already like hearing a lot of things. That's pretty nice. I love that. Just give me a sec. I just want to check everything properly. So let me just missing things to evolve more. I like the groove, and I always like some dub vibes. Dub chord could have a bit more presence, maybe a bit louder, plus compression. Maybe high end seems a bit loud. I have also the feeling with the high end, but give me a sec. Feel like the Stabby FX can use some swing to it. The main synth is good. I also like the dub. This dub chord step sound, that's nice. Love the slappy drums on it though. Like sponge movement panorama. Yeah, panorama's a bit weird. That's true. Also, like okay, just checking the rest of the chat. If the track is better balanced, I honestly really like how it feels. The stutters gives it an authentic vintage to feel to me. Yeah, the chord needs to be more upfront and would benefit from echo automation and timbre changes. So, do we have yeah, Instagram? Sure. Wait. Beep 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 beep. Yeah. Nice dubby track. I think it would be fun to dance to, especially in the context of a set. I'm missing a bit of sub bass. I think the bass plugs would be really nice in adding some warmth. Yeah, warmth is also very important for low end, which I feel it's definitely missing. Low, mid, and low warmth. Yeah, totally. It's a bit dry, but yeah. So it's still what the most people are doing wrong, like over presenting. This time is a bit. I think like volume wise it's okay. I think they're just really like missing like this body of the sub is somehow missing. I don't know if you killed it completely, but it's completely like not there. But you can add, you can really like bring it back. The thing is, I know that Mohawk is doing everything live, and he's really like recording these things out of machines. So and he's not using DAWs. It's always a bit problematic because I think these are all one takes. Yeah. A bit more delay modulation, the tails could be adjusted slightly to keep it interesting. So like I'm pretty in with the highs. They're really like very peaking out of the mix again. Always like good to put like compression on these things, like to just, I mean, of course you need like this dynamic in the high, but still trying to really like tighten up the sound a bit. And you don't have to go that loud with the highs, but the highs are always problematic if you have like this, let's say, if you don't have the perfect setting, like room wise, room acoustic wise, highs can be very difficult, as well as lows, of course. I mean, in general, like balancing a mix is pretty hard without room acoustics or proper room acoustics. But highs are a point getting very quickly problematic, because people like highs, if they're like getting too loud, they like tiring the ears, So so people are going louder automatically with the heads from time to time. And yeah, so the highs are a bit too loud. Yeah, somehow the low end is there, but it's kind of weird. It's somehow like the body is missing, or I don't know. It feels like there is like there is like this juicy warmth, like Austin wrote, like you know that's missing somehow. So there's a groove, but this groove is not like, it has to swing in a way, but there's missing this body, and then the swing is missing as well, and this energy of the sub. But let's say it like this. Of course, it's sound design wise, it's there's again like work to do. But what I think is very interesting, I again, like 10 minutes are over. I wanted to I try to keep it short. So again, it's very interesting. I'm always a big fan of Mohawk's synths and chords and everything. I like them. Always nice ideas. Always you know. I feel it. Like Austin wrote it. I would like to dance on to this track on a dance floor. Yeah, me too. I can really imagine that this track, if you would mix it properly, it would work. So I see the idea. It's authentic, you know. So there's something Mohawk is always like. He knows how to create these, let's say, trademarkish and very creative and interesting ideas and sounds. It's just really like the package in the end, you know. So the sound design is unfortunately not the best, but like I said, I said it last time, it's something you can improve, you know, you can get better with. Of course, you can also get better by producing music and getting more creative and stuff like this. But I think this, like, for example, you can give the track to somebody who's mixing it for you, you know. If you don't have the good room, or you don't have a good room with proper room acoustics and stuff like that, you can give the track in the end to somebody and he will mix it and you will have a good track. But other way around, like just doing the mix down without this creative stuff, so that's hard, you know. So like the bass is always there, I like that. But a lot of people already wrote like legs of like the punch is lagging, or it's lack of punch, like panorama is a bit weird, the sub sounds a bit weird, it's not like that warm how it should be, and also the highs are just a bit too over present. But like I said, I always like how Mohawk is really like creating these sounds, and they're really nice. I like them, and to be honest, that's what I wanted to. I hope that somebody will write it. I think so far, one of the most interesting tracks from my side by Mohawk. Just like idea wise, I really like this dubby housey vibe. It's very nice. So I would definitely, if this track would be in a better mixdown, you know, I would definitely play that. So I can really set it into a set context pretty easy. So that's what why I asked in the chat. You know Mohawk, you know the tracks. It's always crazy. It's always surprising. But this time it was surprising as well. So still surprising, but in a not like whoa, what's going up. It was more like, yeah, nice, crazy. I can really like hear like, yeah, like a development. You know, like there's like one step forward, pretty. Yeah, obviously. So that's why I asked, what do you think about it? Because I know that a few of you have listened before to a few of Mohawk's tracks, and it's always crazy, always interesting. But this time it was definitely, yeah, it was surprising, but it was very like, oh yeah, nice. I like that. Mohawk, you just really have to. I said that already, man. You have to really. I know it's not your attitude, and maybe you don't want it, and I don't want to. I mean, nobody wants to force you, you know, don't get me wrong. If you want to do that, like, you do it, go for it, all good. But I think if you want to reach the next level, definitely better record that shit somewhere in a good software like Ableton, like maybe Cubase or Logic or wherever, and record these tracks in a separate track and like do a mixdown, like afterwards, like post-production. It's hard to, you know, if you have like one shots, it's very hard to do something on the mix afterwards. That's the problem, because everything is like glued together in one software, you know, with one file. And as a mastering engineer, you don't have any chance to do something. You need the tracks, you know. Yeah, thank you very much. So, Leo, Angelo, you here? So, on the list, Leo was the next. I know that. So, like I said, I remember the first two names on the list from yesterday. So, therefore, I would push Leo Funk to the top to keep it fair, you know, because he was the second one, Mohawk was the first one on the list, Leo was the second one. After that, I don't know. So if you don't have a screenshot, you can say it. I can't, you know, I can't like prove it. Yeah. So let's go with Leo. Thank you, Mohawk, again for your contribution. And yeah, I don't know how long you stay with us here, but yeah, you know how it is. Feel free to join the conversation, join the feedback, and yeah. So, Leo Funk, 10 minutes, my friend. Like I said, I don't want to waste too much time today, so I want to keep myself as short as possible. Yeah, do so, mate. quick dynamic spectral key in the side setting would seem this, then just do. Yeah. To be honest, lovely track. Just that's really. So again, I have to really point that out again. This is something that a lot of people don't have, and Leo. Last week, was it last week? I'm not sure. Like last week. That was I've missed that a bit, you know. This time, you delivered again such a beautiful idea, and like this really, like, again, to have this, let's say, handwriting and this, let's say, feeling for music and everything, that's something you know, like I've needed so long to get there, you know, and to find myself and everything, and to also like myself, you know, music wise and everything. And if you come to this point, you can really like create without any pressure, just like it's just flowing out of you. And like this flow, it makes you very creative, you know. And I think that's kind of art, you know, and creativity. And Leo Funk knows how. He's already at that point, I think, where the ideas are all very, very lovely, unique. They have their own like trademark handwriting. I really like the track. I don't know what everybody else is saying or thinking about the track in general. Of course, there's always like matter of taste. I'm a big fan of the track. Of course, there are a few things maybe in the track where I would do minor changes, but let's just roll it up from the low end. The low end for me personally sounds very, very nice. Kick is coming through. The bass is very warm. It's hugging you in a way. It's not too over present. But it's still there. You can hear it. It's on point. It's coming through. Then the mids, lovely, warm. They're like all like flowing around you. Like somebody wrote, it's a bit too stereo, maybe, but honestly, I really hadn't the problem. The only thing I would do or change somehow these percussive elements with the claps. I think they would definitely need a bit of like maybe a bit of saturation. I don't know if you use it, but they are sounding a bit dull, just a bit, you know. But maybe it's also like sound wise, maybe it's like on purpose. I don't know, but that would be something for me personally. This is really like, yeah, it's a very, very nice track. The clap's kind of soft. Yeah, maybe. Clap's very organic. So, yeah, that's the thing. So that's what I mean with matter of taste in the end, you know. Leo, I to be honest, I think that's very great work, man. Again, and also one like example for it, you know, Leo is one of the people who is really here from the beginning, maybe second session or something, and you can really hear a development, you know, and that you really also, I think you also had this, let's say, process where you listen to the tracks from other people and then like hearing the music from others very like, let's say, detailed, and maybe more in this really where are the like problems and mistakes, and then you're like, okay, I hear that in my track as well, and then you are like producing a new track, and you're like, okay, you are already better than the last time, you know. So there's very a development, and I can really hear it. So if it's like it's freshly baked, I really can hear a difference between the first tracks, which were also very lovely, but there always have been like the kick is not coming through, or the sub is too overpresent, stuff like this, you know. Now it's really like this track, it's not that much anymore, you know. I would definitely also say that this is totally fine mix down wise. You can really like I would need to listen very properly to it, you know, in the studio context with monitors, so with proper monitors and everything, and maybe also with analysis tools and stuff like this, just to really like get this 100% like, or to give like this very 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 detailed feedback, you know, where are the problems, or you know, but this already is just, my feeling says it's very 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 good. Yeah, there's somebody like your track were always quite yeah, Leo, your tracks were always quite nice, and this one feels even somehow more mature or developed. Great quality. Yeah, on point. Very very nice. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I started reflecting on others' music and taking notes more. That's the thing. So that's what I said last week. I of course I'm doing that also a bit of for me, for myself, and also to develop myself, my hearing like skill, you know, and to like, you know, I hear something, and honestly I sometimes don't hear that in my own productions, and now I'm really like hearing that in your productions, and I remember that I did the same mistake in my own production, and then I'm really like adjusting it afterwards and checking, and then I'm really like, okay, I don't know why it is, and then I'm like going inside the track, then I'm checking on the internet and blogs and whatever, what's the problem, how I can fix it, stuff like this, you know. And that's the thing, that's why we do this shit here, like really we are working together, giving each other feedback, and we are developing together to the next steps and levels. And then somebody like new people will come, and we will help them through the same process with even more experience and knowledge about all this music theory stuff, and why things are like wrong, or what are the mistakes. Yo, Ivan, what's up? I seen you already. Yeah, hope you're doing good, mate. Okay, Leo, very great. I've talked already more than 10 minutes, sorry for that. So Angelo, are you there? Thank you very much, Leo. Lovely. Keep going, my friend. That's the thing. So I know you can do it, and now you have really like what I said last time. You always had these good ideas, but last week it was, the mixdown was good, you know, but the idea somehow, yeah, was like moved more to the back, you know, like, yeah, let's just do like, let's try to mix this thing properly, and then the idea was like, it's like a side project. But this time, mix down and the idea, everything very very nice. Yes, Angelo is there. Man, hearing you talk about this is great. Can tell you're very passionate about music and career. Yeah, So I always wanted to create kind of this I was always a big fan of community thing, you know. I always try to do something like this, and I've learned that this scene is very, kind of, sometimes it's very, let's say it like this, the big part of the industry, so let's say 90% of this industry, and this industry is very big, is like it's all like tech. Let's talk honestly, like techno's already like in this capitalistic system, so people, lots of egos and everything, people just trying to come through to make careers, stuff like this. What's fine, go for it, you know. But what I think always the natural way is the best way. Be yourself, be kind to other people. I wished I had somebody who led me through all this process to come to this point, you know. I mean, I learned it somehow in the hard way. What's also fine, I think that's something that forms you in a way, you know. But I don't want to get like this, you know. I don't have to like go over. In German you say like I don't know if it's in English to say like you go over bodies, you know. Like I don't need to to be toxic or something, and I don't have to be an asshole, you know. I always can decide how I want to be to people, and that's the thing. I always wanted to have somebody. I was always happy about people who were kind, respectful, and honest, you know. Like, yeah, mate, this track is, you know, like, I don't know. A lot of people told me like this track is good, but okay, like, you know, but in the end, like, they talk shit about you, you know, in front of your face, like, you know the thing, like people talking, if you're there, staying right in front of them, they're talking good about you and your stuff, and then they turn around, or you turn around, and then you're the baddest producer and DJ on this world. I love the people who were like very honest, and they said like, hey mate, that's crap, and I will tell you why, so listen. And I really listened to these people, and sometimes I came to this point so many times that I was like nearly to quit this whole shit, because I was like, okay, I won't made it. And compared to others, if I would compare myself to somebody, maybe I don't have the career, but I don't give a fuck, honestly. I will stay myself, you know, and I want to give something back. And I want this fucking community thing. And I always wanted it. And now, if it's, if there's 90% of these industries like full of assholes, fine. I don't have to be one, you know? And there's this 10% of people. And I think in these two chat rooms like Instagram and YouTube, there are a lot of people from this 10%. Or let's say, so far I know like the people in this chat, I would say all these people are in this 10%. It's really lovely, you know. It's just exchange between people, listening to others people's music, giving very honest but always respectful like feedback. Isn't that like somebody writing what is this shit, you know, or go fuck yourself, or like think about doing music, man. Like change your hobby, like go, I don't know, wherever, like go hiking or whatever. Like this is not for you. That's not the case, you know. Everybody's like really like, hey mate, that's nice, that's not nice, you know, work on it, and you see it works. And that's something that like took me to the next level and took me to this point. So again, I wanted to keep these monologues short. Okay, that was a size small monologue. Angelo, you're here. Yes, let's go. let's not, like I said, I will try to not waste too much time. So we can do that maybe like we can do that on another day with these talkings. I don't know which day would be better. Fridays are very busy for a lot of people. Maybe we will do it, I don't know, maybe that's something like for the afters, you know, on Sundays. I like the groove already. Maybe it's just a bit too over present. The sub boom 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 boom. I would really like over it, but maybe it's also, it's always this problematic with SoundCloud, you know. I'm not 100% sure if it's like the SoundCloud compression, you know, or is it the track in general. Yeah, it's a bit too much in your face. Yeah, the tom bass. Yeah, bum 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 bum. But the groove is nice. So maybe really like lower it a bit down. Okay, the outro is very long. Somehow I'm missing now the, you know, if you want to put this track so long or to keep the track so long, something like few, like a bit of arrangement, you know, or something, or keep, or just shorten like the end, the outro a bit, because it's really like, okay, there's nothing new, you know, there's nothing new coming, and somehow it's, yeah, you're losing, so you've lost me after 4 minutes, and it was too like repetitive in the end. But anyways, like that's something I would say you can just let me grab some things just to check some things. I've said already with the tom bass, it's a bit too, it's too much. It's really like popping through the mix. So really like lower it down, because when you compress these things, you know, you glue them together with the kick, like the bass is always getting louder, and you really have to keep it, yeah, you have to keep an eye on it or an ear on it, you know, because things are getting too much upfront in the mix. And the tracks are always sounding, you know, because of this low frequency sounds, they can sound a bit too dull, you know, and the rest is getting ducked by the sub, you know. This bass synth, somebody wrote it, I think, could be like, yeah, I think it needs more body. So I don't know what you did to this bassy sound, which is panning from right to left. Maybe a bit more body. So it sounds like you just put like a low cut on the sound, you know, like somewhere around like something like 200, 300, 400 hertz. I'm just like assuming, I don't know the project, but I would assume something like this. It sounds very like very cutted. Therefore, take out this low cut and really maybe I think there's no sound, or is it, yeah, the track stopped. Yeah, I stopped the track. Major lagging? Is that so? Am I lagging? Let me know. Just give me a short feedback. All good with Leo, me too. I only have lagging issues with the video, not the audio. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Why? Yeah, today I've changed the internet provider. Oh no, I haven't changed it today. I've called a new internet provider to switch from the old one to a new one, and I don't know. Maybe the old provider heard about the switch to a new provider, and they thought like, you want to switch? No problems, we will fucking shut down your internet for today. No stream for you today. Everything looks good to me. Okay, I don't know. Some people have problems, some not. I think it's nothing enough to be a big deal. Okay, we will just go on. Okay, Angelo. So let's try to keep it short. So low end, definitely tom bass, really like a bit quieter. Let's say like 2 dB, something around that. Try it out again and try to glue it together with the kick. The bass sound, definitely this saw sound, which is panning from left to right, needs definitely more body, I would say. Somehow it's sounding very clean, like too clean, you know. There's missing this body and this juice, because it's a bass saw sound, you know. So you have killed somehow all the lower frequencies, which is not always a good solution. It really depends on the material, but most of the cases people just like putting low cuts on their like on several signals, and they think like that it's not like that. You can really like cause very problematic phase issues and stuff like this, and like this, you know, with the problem, or let's say this missing body in the bass, you know, it's a bass sound, like use it like a bass sound, so put some body in it. So I always recommend low shelf filters and not low cut filters. So go with low shelf filters, put it on the same spot as the low cut, and go down with it, with the dB somewhere around -6, and then like try, like check it out. So you will still have the you still won't have problems with like these that for example too much low frequency sounds crashing each other, stuff like this, you know. And you will get presence in the right spots. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, like I said, I would shorten down the track to 5 minutes. That's totally enough. And there's this sound which is coming through this bim 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 bim. This is nice. I like that, but it's too loud. So definitely, it's really like coming through. It's like hitting through the roof of the mix, you know. If you have, like, let's say if you have a room and the balance mix is a room, it's hitting through the roof, so it's peeking out. So okay, thank you very much. Hope that was helpful. Look, man, 1 hour, 1 hour. And we already made it to listen to how many tracks? 4 tracks? 3 tracks? 3 tracks, right? It wasn't 4, it was just 3. Fuck. I thought like, oh yeah, we made so many tracks. No, we didn't. Anyway, so no comment, enjoy, let the feedback begin. Yeah, let's go. Don't waste too much time. The heads are too loud, which are coming. Yeah, next track. I don't know what should I say. Like this was, yeah, it, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So let me grab a few things. So the kick sub feels too loud. It's very boomy. I like also would say that the kick is just a bit too boomy. Would what can help out is to because I think there are like two layers. There's this click of the kick and as well this like body of the kick. I would just really like maybe put a low shelf or something at 20, 25, 30 hertz, like -3, just to really reduce a bit of this like this boominess in the sub. But that's like really minor thing. That's something also what maybe is possible to correct in the mastering, but yeah, maybe one thing as well is this these dubby sounds. They would definitely, or not definitely, but maybe minor change to like maybe put these dubbed or filtered. Sounds like there's like a high filter or something on it. Maybe put them or like let them run through a distortion saturation tool, and I think that would add this kind of warm in the sound, but like these are, it's just also a stylistic thing. So in general, that's a very so the track is great. It's a great idea. It's really outstanding, like arrangement, story. This change from this offbeatish to this four to the floor, fourth kick, then back to the, let's say, breakbeatish, offbeatish thing. Yeah, good, really good job. That's, I would take that track, So this is a track I would say that's definitely going to be. Let's take this track and give me like 3 other tracks, and we are in with the EP. So I really like the track very, very much. Very outstandish, very very, very great. Good job. Thumbs up. Also, sound design wise, it's not like there are not like big mistakes, That's a major mistakes in the mix down. It's really like minor things, really slight adjustments, and you have really like a great track. Can you hear that? Like my cats are fighting. Oh, that's crazy. Have you heard that? Sometimes they like killing each other. They like, I love them all, but they're sometimes killing each other. It's so crazy. Especially the two yeah, Bobby and Millie, how the fuck, shit, I forgot the word in English. Geschwister, oh my god. What was the word in English? Like blackout. They're brother and sister. Doesn't matter. And I don't know, but they hate each other. Since like always. They never had like a good time together. Yeah, Ivan. I don't know. It's crazy, like other cats music lovers, they have to, I think. Siblings. Holy shit. I was like I was like completely and I don't know what happened, but maybe the medication like stopped and this exact moment and my brain turned off for just a really, really quick moment. But I don't know. That's so. Oh man. Also, thanks for the tips in the yeah. You're welcome. Ivan, I think last week we had already. Was it last week? I think Geschwister. Yeah. I think we had a very, very good of you last week. A very good of you. Very good track of you last week, and this one is also very lovely. Keep going, my friend. And there's also like Ivan is also like delivering regularly, and he's developing himself from track to track. I can always hear like the next step, and yeah, crazy. Very, 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 very lovely to hear that, man. If you know siblings in English, it's a lot better than my French. Give me a sec. Just have to recalibrate myself because my cat's like totally. Yeah. I hope they're still alive, but I think so. Yeah, Ivan, thank you very much. Great. Keep going, my friend. Very, very lovely. No comment, enjoy, let the feedback begin. Yeah. Very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Okay, Be a Radar, where are you? I think you are on like YouTube. I already saw you. Yeah, you are there, but I hope you are still listening. And if are active and are you are active. Yeah, that was right. Like it's the time, you know, like where like yeah, my brain like changed back to the to the ADHD chaotic hyperactive dumbass brain. Yes, I'm here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, lovely. Let's check the track. 10 minutes for you as well. Low end is a bit too loud, yeah, again, but so far, nice idea. I like this detuned lead sound. Oh, this main theme. I like the track so far very, very much. I hope it like still goes like this. Oh, the ride is very on point. Yeah, low and boomy, yeah. Yeah, very nice musical progression, good tension building, yeah, absolutely. So far, very good. Also, the break was very nice. Also, these one shots. Boah. Boah. That was, I don't know, that was crazy. That was really, really nice. What's up today? Like, what kind of crazy tracks? I'm really like, yeah, nice job. I like I said something to the low end. Maybe let me just check. So with the low end, it's just my rumble. That's probably too loud. Yeah, maybe. I think so. I seem to always make the low end a bit too loud. Yeah, that's always just. I always recommend go like don't go too loud with the low end. It's better to, of course, it's always the best to have it balanced, but like keep it a bit quieter is always like okay, that you can't say that. Like to say keep it quieter is better. Now it has to be balanced in a way, but for me, I can really hear a too loud low end now, like after these sessions, everything, so maybe it's really just like that's the next step you have to take, with the low end, and to get a feeling for your listening position or like situation and the context with the low end and everything, and then just like improve it from track to track. But this just idea wise and also like sound design wise, so the low end is just the only thing I would say it's problematic, but the rest, that's pretty dope track, mate. That's a really dope track. So would definitely, in a good mix down and everything, I would definitely would pick this one as one of my favorites in a month. So I don't know. Depends, of course, always in the. It would definitely come in the selection for the top 10. And of course, it always depends on the rest of the releases. There are a lot of good tracks sometimes coming out each month, but if you have 20 tracks which are pretty good, you can only choose 10. But it would definitely be in the pick, for the top 10. So this one is a very, very lovely, great idea. It's really just minor things, but it's I very like it. It's definitely, it's hitting the spot, taste-wise. I like this detuned theme, like, in the background, the sequence. It's very nice. It's very on point. I don't know if you need to work on the kick that much. I think if you just like, if you adjust the sub, I think you will definitely have this punch back. But of course, it's really like trying out. Hey mate, just go for it. That's a great track. Really like. The riots are really on point. I really like how they really like, you have this. That's also, take that maybe as an example. You have this. Sometimes people just like push it, or like they're like. These riots, they're coming from out of nowhere sometimes, and that can depends on the material. That can be crazy, that can lead to like people going nuts on the dance floor, this moment with the riot. But how you did it is also a very, very good way, because you are like, you're picking up, the track, it's building up tangent, and then you're picking it up, and that's the exact way how you work, in my opinion, should work with percussive elements and with heads and everything. It's not that a ride or a head, whatever, is going to like create a certain surprise. or should not create it's more like, let's say, like a supportive element, and you use it in a really correct way. You're building up tension, and then you are taking the ride as an addition for this tension building, and it's coming in slowly, and it's kind, it's more, it's like a synth pad or something, which is coming in very slightly in the background, just to give a bit, to ride, or to build up tension, to rise the track a bit more, to push it up, and that's what you did here, and I like that. That's definitely the thing, or the way I really love people using like percussive elements, hats, rides, whatever, as support for the rest of the track. I think in the most of the when I'm producing, I'm like now. Thank you very much, Be Radar, for the track. Very lovely track. Just now, to round this up, I always try to produce now tracks without like any percussive elements, only if it's for, let's say, reasons of a constant drive, like toms, or like creating tom groove, or I don't know, like a rim shot, which is like adding the drive of the track. But like the rest, I'm really like just producing the track completely without anything, and I'm really like focusing on the main, like on the lead sound and all the supportive synth melodies, whatever, just to create a certain move, and with the SFX and everything, and then I'm adding on top the rest. And this, for me personally, it changed a lot, in ways of building up tracks. Thank you very much for this one. That was a very, very lovely tune. Crazy. We have so many good contributions today. What's up? Like, that's crazy. Okay. Thank you very much. Which one was your favorite so far? Like, would be interesting to know. What do you think? Which one was the best track so far? I don't want to like, let's not. I don't want to make like, yeah. I don't want to make it competitive or something, or or to make a competition out of it. But would be interesting to hear your thoughts about that. To be honest, they're all tracks have been very, very, very interesting so far. So very, very nice. Yeah, that was a really, really nice track. It's so hard. I really couldn't choose my favorite for today, because we have a lot of good tracks today, and yeah, I couldn't choose any one of them. All of them have been very interesting in their own way. I heard a good analogy from Pick and Dan. You build your Christmas tree, and then you put the bubbles on at the end. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Like a head over a Christmas tree. You have to turn it around. But yeah, kind of this. But of course you need, yeah, to Christmas tree is kind of pretty accurate, but yeah, it also depends on the material somehow. Yeah, the loop was really contagious. Yeah, I liked Ivan a lot. Yeah, Ivan was also pretty good. Leo Fang, also Leo, also very good. Like I said, all of you guys are really like. It's kind of, you see your. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of, you're giving feedback from week to week, and you see these like people coming from week to week with new tracks, and they develop themselves. You're like feeling like a sensei, like you're looking to your students, and you're like, oh, great, I can let them go out in this world. They will made it somehow. Perfect. Really, Portland is the #1 Christmas tree grower and exporter in the US? Crazy. Yeah, okay. Challenge. What the okay, thank you very much. Introsphere, Felix, 10 minutes. Like I said, I'm sometimes I'm going into this talking mode, but then I'm really like trying to come back to listening. That's why we are here, right? The low end is definitely too much. It's too boomy, too loud. You can hear that with the kick, The kick is really like just like peeking out a bit. Yo, Mohawk, see you, mate. See you next week, man. The mid-range doesn't have any space to come through because of the very, very loud sub. You can really hear that. Can you hear that, Felix? Over, I don't know how you are listening to the live stream, but I mean, you can hear it at home, of course. You can listen to it at home, of course, as well. But really, there's this saw sound, It's really like getting like ducked. Also the clap. But I like the idea of the track. I get the energy, I get the vibe, but it's just like you have much more potential, yeah. The idea is very nice. The only thing is really like this. It's really like it's pushing itself so much up to the front. So the idea is very nice. It's really the low end. You really have to adjust that. That's crazy how much space it steals from all the other frequencies. Also, the kick is not coming through properly, you know, like it's just like the it's just like popping, you know, but it has to punch in a way. Of course, you can have a boomy kick, you know, or you know, but some still you need this. You need this click, you know, this attack in a way. So if you just have this, you know, that's kind of over compressed or like ducked by the sub. And yeah, it has to punch in a way, or it has to have this click. Yeah, thank you very much. Idea is very nice. So just really like work on the mix down. Definitely. Thank you very much for the track. Okay. We are coming closer and closer to the end. We have already 9, but I said 2 hours, so we will we go for 30 more minutes. But it's really like 30 minutes, and then it's I will really the last track. Yeah, let's see how far we come, but it's going to be at 9:30. The last track, definitely. Everything. So before 9:30, the last track. After 9:30, no more tracks. I don't know the rules. Let me know if you want a full track. If yes, I can resend to you. Sorry, a message from now. Hugs from Brazil. Yeah, no worries. Hot Drum. Let me check if Hot Drum is here. I think I haven't seen him anymore on Instagram, so we will wait for a second. Hot Drum, you here? And I will explain the rules real quick because Peter was the first time here. So the rules, easy. First of all, please unreleased tracks, please tracks you are working on, like not finished master tracks for a label, you know, just really like unreleased track you are working on. They can be signed to a label, no worries, but I mean, I can listen to it, but it would be great to listen to the, let's say, work in progress state of the track, that would be great. Full tracks, of course, would be great because I want to hear the whole story of the track and everything. So if you have the full track, send it. And yeah, everybody's getting 10 minutes. We're starting with the track 10 minutes from then, and I will listen to it. I will feedback it in these 10 minutes. And of course, also the chat. We have another chat at YouTube. So just to let you know, because sometimes it's confusing, I'm reading stuff from YouTube for the people on Instagram, and other way around, I'm reading for the people on YouTube the things on Instagram. Yeah. Okay. Hotra, I think it's Pierre. Wait, Pierre? What? Pierre Mackenzie? Pierre? Is that Pierre? Like Pierre or Pierre? Is that the name? Is that the name? Pierre? Pierre? Pierre Mackenzie? I just want to know if I pronounce it correctly. I don't like when people... I don't like to pronounce the things wrong. Thanks for that, man, very much. VIP. Perfect. So yeah, so then let's go. Was it Pierre? That mean Pierre Paolo, but Pierre like Pierre. Okay. Pier Paolo, but Pierre like Pierre. Pier Paolo. Okay. Pierre. Just give me a sec. We will listen to Pierre's track, and you can send the link in the chat afterwards. As soon as it's your turn, you are the next one in the queue. So easy going. Hot drum song anhören. 10 minutes. Give me the track. Yeah, no worries, all good, Pedro. You are here the first time. Everything easy. Something is with the low end, but the sub sounds so weird. Can you maybe check in your file if you have like side signals in the low end? Sounds so weird. But this lead sound is wow, it's a bit too quiet, you know. It has, let's say, the main role in this track, and it's the main theme, but it's somehow in the back of the mix, you know. Like other elements are taking over the like main role in this track. Yeah, the track is a bit too busy, definitely. Overcrowded is a nice word, yeah, it's a bit too much. So the core idea of the track is nice, but in a certain point it gets so overloaded. The thing is, caused by this unbalance of the mix, you know. Of course, if you set the things in the right spot and you balance them correctly, you know, you can really you can put stuff together, you know, but every element needs its space and it needs its position in the mix. And the thing is, what is problematic with this track, like everything is trying to push to the front. Like there are like so many people and they're like, go away, I want to stay in the front. And then the next one is coming like, no, I'm at the front. And then the next one is coming, and the lead the lead sound is standing behind like, hey, I'm here, hello, I'm the main character, and the people like other roles are standing in front of the like main character, and they're like discussing who's going to be in the front row. So do you get what I mean? So the thing is, if you balance the track properly with every element in its right position, you can use that much layers, definitely, and it can really cause this tension building and everything is getting electrifying, and it's more energy. But now it's really overstimulating because everything is way too loud and everything is way too much, you know, way too present. So less is more. Like put the certain elements, layers in the right position, balance the mix. So the mid range is very busy. The high range is very busy. The low end is weird. I don't know if it's phase, if there's any phase cancellation or something, because I am totally missing like the sub of this. So I'm totally missing the low end frequency of the sub it's like it's totally killed. I don't know if you set something like low cut on it and it's way too high, like 50 hertz or 60 hertz or maybe 80 hertz is very, very, very high. So there's nobody, but that can also be caused by phase cancellations, because that's also a thing when people are using sound return tracks and they're putting like a reverb on certain elements just to create maybe kind of a room, that the low end sounds like, I don't know, like more, I don't know, like brighter, juicy, whatever, they are totally forgetting that lower frequencies should always be cut at 120 hertz on the side. So a low cut on the sides on somewhere around 120, 180. You have to check it out, but sometimes 180 sounds a bit too much, but it should be, let's say, on an audio science way, it should be the right way, but I always trust my ears and I'm trying it out, So, but definitely if you have things happening on the sides in the low end, that can cause like phase cancellation, and the track won't sound as good as it could sound, I hope that was helpful, Pierre. You got everything? Thanks, I thought so. Defo need to thin it out. Check it out. Like I said, the idea is good. I won't. Don't go like this. Don't kill any of the. Really take the track and try to balance it, and don't kill any of the elements and the layers in your track. Try to balance it, like really set the things. Like first of all, like really kill all the kill all the layers to the lowest point in your mixer, and really try to first of all balance the lead sound to the sub and the kick, and then if you have it, try to position the certain people. You are the director in this fucking theater or movie or whatever. You're like the director, and you are going like, hey, you're going back right, you're going back left, you can stand right next to the MC but a bit back, but there will come a moment in the scene where you are going in the front, and like this kind of thing. You are directing the people to the right position. Right now, it's total chaos. Everybody wants to go to the front, and you're the director, and they give a shit on your opinion like this, Yeah. Perfect. Pedro, we have 18. Yeah. Let's go with Pedro. I hope you are still alive, people. I'm just like really... yeah, that's the link. Sorry, that's the loop. Give me a sec. I'm really pushing through the tracks today. I hope that's nice for you. That was the initial thought of this whole thing. So listening to the tracks and not talking too much.
Book is language. Skin is synthetic. I wasn't born. I was rendered. No pulse. No past. Only signal. Error. Never looked cleaner.
Ooh, sounds are hurting. Ooh, their frequency is so hard in the sides. Oof.
Synthetic. Error. Never looked cleaner.
Wow. Also the vocals a bit too much. dad is calling at this time. Ooh, crazy. Sounds are very resonating. Ay. You definitely have to check the sounds. Yeah, it's quite too loud. The thing is, I really have to go very, very low with the volume because it's really like cracking my ears. Cool sound, but needs some high-end work. Find the resonance, tame with EQ, then add some gentle saturation and reverb. You can also identify where the resonance is and set a stock Ableton compressor in peak mode to help tame the tops. Use the built-in filter in a bandpass to isolate. It's very repetitive. So, do you mind if I stop that? I don't know if something will change till the end. It's very repetitive. Okay. Aesthetic arrangement. Yeah, it's a bit too repetitive. So, first of all, it's really hard to focus on the sound design, what is happening around this very, very, very harsh sound which is coming in. This, you know, it's really like cracking the complete. Like it's cracking my ears completely. It's way too harsh. So I've read something from Austin. Really check the sides. Definitely, it's resonating in the sides, but also kind of in the mids. So check it out, go through the sound and find the resonance. I mean, it's very easy to find them. Of course, it's also important to use your ears, but visually you can easily find it with the Pro Q, Fab Filter, or TubeTech, how was that called? It's from Plugin Alliance. I think it was TubeTech. No, TubeTech Kirchdorf is I think called. However, you definitely need like a surgical EQ and finding these resonances, because they're really like hitting way too much out of the overall mix, and they're really like they're really resonating. And the rest, yeah, the range is very repetitive. I would really like there, you don't need super crazy many layers or something, like maybe Pierce or Hot Drum did it before, you can work with that, but I'm a big fan of less is more. But if you make minimalistic tracks, you have to work. You have to play with arrangement and with story and with like automations and play with use a lead sound and play with it. You can really manipulate these sounds with so many things. Like, I don't know, you can use the same sound as the main theme or as the lead sound, and you can put it somehow together as the Atmos sound because you put it into a reverb, and I don't know, there's so many like ways to like create somehow like or how you can like keep the listeners interested and keep their attention during the track. It's not like you don't need to it's not like rocket science or something. You can really use a few layers and you can make so many things out of few elements. You just have to play with them and let your creativity flow into these sounds, and the rest, hats, stuff like this. That's something I explained before with the track from Birida with the rides, so like use the hats and stuff to have this variation, or not variation, but this energy shifts and stuff like this, to underline the energy, or to highlight it or focus on it or something, and then focus, go crazy with the lead sound, go crazy with the few sounds you have, Hey mate, we all have thanks for the feedback. Lots of work to do and study for. Low end doesn't sound that problematic, but I really had to focus.
I wasn't born. I was rendered. No pulse.
Yeah, sounds okay. Sounds tight, sounds fine for me, but really like the mix, the overall mix in the end is very important. So fixing the sounds and maybe to add a bit of energy, stuff like this, that would help out definitely. Thank you very much. It's 21:29. 9:29. Pedro, thank you very much. I said 9:30, right? But let me check. My dad wrote me. I was really thinking what's wrong with it at 9:30, and he's right. I've gave him like magnesium glycinate pills for sleeping, you know, because that's something that most of us have like they have problems with, is like low fucking hell, how it's that my English words are missing for this to explain it in a in this professional way, but you know, everybody or most of the people have a lack of magnesium, you know, and they have to take it, and it's good for sleeping and everything. And he just asked me how much pills he have to take because I bought him a magnesium glycinate. I was really concerned, like, fuck shit, what's wrong? Like, why at 9:30? Ja, nimm mal uzmi 4. Okay. I've read them out, but I can send it to Pedro. Here, Pedro, I'll put you the. Or maybe, I don't know. Like Austin, if you want, you can also send the feedback to Pedro. It's his tag is Pedro Tap Sounds. I said Uzmi Chetri. That's my like mother language is Bosnian. So yeah, I'm speaking with my father. I'm speaking like Bosnian. His German is not the best, so I'm speaking Bosnian language, like Serbo-Croatian. It's called, I think, like Serbo-Croatian. Yeah, magnesium defines. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm really like I speak Russian as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like similar. I sometimes understand. The funny thing is, sometimes I understand people. I mean, that's everything like East Bloc, you know, like Russia. I sometimes understand Russians. I sometimes understand like Polish people. I sometimes understand like kind of understand, you know, not everything, just words. People from Slovenia, people from Albania, people from from like area from the east, you know, kind of, and but really like just few words, and that's it, you know. Yeah, they're definitely, yeah, it's everything Slavic. I think we are all the same. we I think we were born like all from the same egg, you know, like like us Slavics, you know, it's all the same. Then the thing where like there came also Turkish, like Osmanians, and yeah, they come also or came also, and yeah, now I'm like a mixture of like Turkish and Slavic, you know, somehow. Yeah. Thanks very much for the time, for listening, for taking the time to give feedback to each other, for the conversation, for the good time, for the great tracks. Always lovely. Yeah, big thanks. We had a lot of great tracks today. Thank you very much to everyone who contributed a track, who joined the live session, and who's joining the live session every week. Yeah. I'm really like... today, I'm out for today. I would say really like my brain is off. So... yeah, I will keep it short. Thank you very much for everything. And hopefully to see you all next week again. And yeah, hopefully, hopefully like focused for the whole 2 hours and not just for 1 or 1.5. Yeah, so thank you very much for tuning in. I hope to see you all again next week. Have a wonderful night, day, morning, whatever. And I wish you a great week. And yeah. Austin should be the first next week. Yeah, if Austin is in, why not? He's waiting the whole time, but yeah, I have to go offline. Okay, let's see if Austin is in next week. So, people, bye-bye. Love goes out to everyone.